Right, very good morning to all of you. So today's class we are going to discuss complex numbers JEE concepts. Complex numbers section A. So complex numbers some concepts we already discussed in first class. Some concepts we discussed in first class. So we will understand the concepts, we will go through the bits next. So that's why each and every concept we will discuss very clearly, then we will move into the problems. Right? So I hope that you are all understanding the previous all concepts. Next continuation, you put that heading inequalities. Inequalities. Put that heading inequalities. So first inequality is if Z1 comma Z2 belongs to complex number C, then first one Z1 plus Z2 plus or minus Z2 less than or equal to plus only less than or equal to modulus of Z1 plus modulus of Z2. So plus or minus. Next second one modulus of Z1, modulus of Z2, modulus of Z3 and so on. Zn less than or equal to. So some finite number of complex numbers modulus of Z1, modulus of Z2 plus modulus of Z3 plus and so on modulus of Zn. So that is the same point is generalized. And next one third point modulus of Z1 minus modulus of Z2, it is less than or equal to modulus of Z1 minus Z2. So remember all these points we are not covered in that theory, so you have to read compulsory. So these are more helpful in competitive, that's why you have to read, right? The next one, some note point is given on this one note point is there. So what is our note point? Based on these points, some note points given. If Z plus 1 by Z is equal to small a, so Z plus 1 by Z is equal to a is any real number, then what is our condition? So minus a plus root over a square plus 4 divided by 2 less than or equal to modulus of Z less than or equal to a plus root over a square plus 4 divided by 2. Suppose this is one synopsis point also. So Z plus 1 by Z it is equal to a. A is any one constant. A is any real number you have to consider. So modulus of Z value lies in between minus a plus root over a square plus 4 divided by 2 less than or equal to modulus of Z less than or equal to a plus root over a square plus 4 divided by 2. Same like that one more point also given, so note down. Same like that one more point also given, note down. Same like that one more point also given, note down. Second point, if Z minus a by Z it is equal to constant, any one constant given, then greatest value of modulus of Z is what? Greatest value of modulus z is what? So for this one formula, k square plus 4a under root plus a divided by 2. So root of k square plus 4a plus k divided by 2. So third point, same always only concept, the least value of. So the least value of. These are all fixed points. These are more helpful while doing the problems. That's why we have to read. So each and every one we are giving that examples means it becomes very lengthy. That's why these problems will be discussed in the exercise. So next point, the least value of modulus of z minus a plus modulus of z minus a plus modulus of z minus b. So is modulus of a minus b, modulus of a minus b. So the least value of z minus a. So a is any real number, b is any real number. So plus modulus of z minus b is modulus of a minus b. Right? So next on this one example problem, note down. On this one example problem, note down. So what is given that example problem? If modulus of z minus 1 less than 3, then less than or equal to 3, then the maximum value of modulus of z plus 4. Modulus of z plus 4. So they are asking modulus of z4. Modulus value 4 is what? So take that value. Modulus of z plus 4. So it is equal to, I will write according to given condition. So what is our given condition? What is our given data? Modulus of z minus 1 less than or equal to 3. I will use this one here. See how? Modulus of z minus 1 plus 1 plus 3. So inside the z I subtracted minus 1 plus 1. So the value does not change. Again I will separate. So modulus of z minus 1. So 1 plus 3 4. 1 plus 3 4. So modulus of z minus 1 plus 4. Again you apply this formula. So this is I will consider one z1. This is I will consider one z2. So what happens this value? Modulus of z1 plus z2. z1 plus z2. So formula is what? Modulus of z1 plus z2. So you see first inequality. Modulus of z1 plus z2 means modulus of z1 plus z2. It is less than or equal to modulus of z1 modulus of z2. Right? So you apply that formula. So what happens? This is modulus of z minus 1 plus modulus of 4. So modulus of z minus 1 is how much the value? 3 plus modulus of 4 means 4. So how much the value? 4. Sorry, I did small mistake here. 4. So this value becomes 5. So I did small mistake, sorry. So we did small mistake. So what is the value? 5. So how much total value? 8. So 8 is the answer. So what is the maximum value of this one? 8 is the answer. Maximum value of z plus 4 is 8. 8 is the answer. Understand all? I hope that you are all understanding. Note down fast. Still one more problem on this. Still one more problem on this second modulus of z1 minus 1 less than 1 comma z2 minus 2 modulus less than 2 given comma z3 minus 3 less than 3 then modulus of z1 modulus of z2 modulus of z3 is equal to what? It is equal to what they are asking. Same using inequalities we have to observe. Same using inequalities you have to observe. Listen. So what is our given data? So modulus of z1 minus 1 less than 1 so throughout you are adding one. What happens? So adding 1 means what happens? 0 less than modulus of z1 minus 1 plus 1 less than 1 plus 1. So what happens? This value 0 less than modulus of z1 less than 2. So why we are taking 0? So generally modulus of z value is very positive value, so that is positive value. So generally positive values starts from 0. That's why any value should be in between 0 and 2. Any value should be in between 0 and 1. So 0 and 1, so it value 0 less than modulus of z1 less than 2. So similarly you write the remaining values. Similarly you write what is second value? z2 minus 2 modulus of, so z2 minus 2 less than 2. So what we are getting? So adding 2 here we are getting so 0 less than modulus of z2 less than 2 plus 2 4. So similarly z3 minus 3 less than 3, it is implies. So adding 3 and both sides, what happens? Modulus of z3 less than 3 plus 3 6. Now you have to consider your finding value. What is our finding value? Modulus of z1 plus z2 plus 3. So you have formula modulus of first inequality modulus of z1 plus z2 plus z3 less than or equal to modulus of z1 modulus of z2 modulus of z3. So you know that modulus of z1 value is what? 2. So you have to substitute the values. 2 plus z2 value 4 plus 6. How much that value? Less than or equal to less than 6 plus 6 12. You have to take less than 12. So the value of z1 plus z2 plus z3 is less than 12. Less than 12 is your answer. Note down fast. Less than 12 is your answer. So next point. So all these concept questions have completed. So remaining problems we will solve in an exercise. So next one. Argument or amplitude of a complex number. Argument or amplitude of a complex number. Amplitude of a complex number. This is you know that very well. In discussion we take amplitude always lies in between what? So that argument value argument value always lies in between -5 less than theta less than or equal to pi. So always lies in between -180 degrees plus 180 degrees. Based on that, we did many problems. Next term, general argument is what? General argument we are using in the competitive questions. General argument is 2k pi plus theta. 2k pi plus theta, comma k belongs to I, comma k belongs to I. 2k pi plus theta. This is general argument of given complex number. So we are using the point in competitive. So where k is any integer, positive or negative, it is called general argument. Next point is what? Note point 1 here. Note point 1. So what is our note point 1? Argument is 0. Argument is 0. Is not defined. So argument is 0 means the complex number is not defined. Argument 0 is not defined throughout the complex numbers. Okay, argument 0 ne barala. Okay, right? So argument 0 is not defined. So you know that already arg of z 0 endu barala. Arg of z is 0 endu barala. Yeah, problem, right? So next one, second point. For a non-zero complex number, the principal argument is unique. So ಪ್ರತಿ ಒಂದು ಪ್ರಾಬ್ಲಮ್ಗೆ ಕಾಂಪ್ಲೆಕ್ಸ್ ನಂಬರ್ ಬರ್ತಾವಲ್ವಾ, ಪ್ರತಿ ಒಂದು ಕಾಂಪ್ಲೆಕ್ಸ್ ನಂಬರ್ಗೆ ಆರ್ಗ್ಯುಮೆಂಟ್ ಬರ್ತಾವಲ್ವಾ, ದಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಯುನಿಕ್. ಓಕೆನಾ? ಸೊ ದಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಯುನಿಕ್ ಮೀನ್ಸ್ ಒಂದು ಪ್ರಾಬ್ಲಮ್ಸ್ಗೂ ಒಂದೇ ಆರ್ಗ್ಯುಮೆಂಟ್ ಬರ್ತಾವೆ, ಎರಡು ಆರ್ಗ್ಯುಮೆಂಟ್ಸ್ ಬರಲ್ಲ, ಒಂದೇ ಆರ್ಗ್ಯುಮೆಂಟ್ ಬರ್ತವೆ. ಇದೆಲ್ಲ ನಿಮಗೆ ಗೊತ್ತು, ರೈಟ್? ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್, whereas the general arguments are infinitely many. Where the general arguments are infinitely many. See here, so we are simplifying the arguments for every complex number. So you take any complex number, so you have each complex number one argument. So one argument. So suppose you apply this one. Suppose you take general argument. General argument means infinitely many. General arguments are infinitely many for each complex number. Understand? Right. So next point. Next, what is argument? We already discussed that point. So what is argument? In quadrant wise, their arguments. So we will discuss now. So next one, if z is equal to x plus iy, then theta is equal tan inverse modulus of y by x. Now you write quadrant wise already given table. Once again you see. So in that complete argument of z. So argument of z in first quadrant theta. If x greater than 0, y greater than 0. X greater than 0, y greater than 0 means complex number lies in first quadrant. Next one, pi minus theta. So x less than 0, y greater than 0. So complex number lies in second quadrant. Next one is minus pi plus theta. So x less than 0, y less than 0. Complex number lies in third quadrant. Next one, minus theta. So x greater than 0, y less than 0. Complex number lies in fourth quadrant. First quadrant, second quadrant, third quadrant, fourth quadrant. So these are the arguments. These are the arguments. Next point. Next same similar point. Next same similar point. Argument of z. It is equal to pi by, it is equal to 0. When argument of z is equal to 0, when x greater than 0, y is equal to 0. X greater than 0, y equal to 0. Next one, argument of z is equal to pi by 2. When x equal to 0, x equal to 0, y greater than 0. Next point, argument of z is equal to minus pi by 2. So when x equal to 0, comma, y less than 0. So again, argument of z is equal to pi when x less than 0, y is equal to 0. So that is a new point in commutative. Another new point in argument of z is equal to 0 when x greater than 0, comma, y is equal to 0. Next argument of z is equal to pi by 2 when x equal to 0, y greater than 0. Next argument of z is equal to minus pi by 2. So what is that? When x equal to 0, comma, y less than 0. So last point, argument of z is equal to pi when x less than 0, y is equal to 0. These are the one of the shortcut points. Note down fast. Next point. Again, some important results. Some important results. Some important results. Note down. So first one, if z comma z1 and z2 are complex numbers, then first point are complex numbers, then first point. What is our first point? Argument of z plus argument of z plus argument of z bar. It is equal to 0, comma, theta not equal to if theta not equal to pi. Theta not equal to pi. So it is equal to 2 pi if theta equal to pi. If theta equal to pi. So these are very, very important points. Argument of z plus argument of z bar. Argument of conjugate sum is 0 when theta not equal to pi. So theta equal to pi means that solution should be 2 pi. That solution should be 2 pi. Next second point. Argument of z bar, it is equal to minus minus argument of z, minus argument of z if theta not equal to pi, if theta not equal to pi, if theta not equal to pi. Next one, third one, argument of z1 into z2 it is equal to. So what is that? Argument of z1 plus argument of z2 plus 2k pi plus 2k pi. So these are the form. Argument of z1 into z2 it is equal to argument of z1 plus argument of z2 plus 2k pi. For k is equal, for k belongs to 0 minus 1 plus 1, 0 minus 1 plus 1 you have to take. For some k is equal to you have to take those values. For k is equal to 0 minus 1 plus 1. Next division, fourth one, argument of z1 by z2 it is equal to argument of z1 plus minus argument of z2 plus 2k pi plus 2k pi for k is equal to minus 1 0 1, minus 1 0 1. Next one, fifth point, argument of z1 z2 bar it is equal to z1 z2 bar equal to argument of z1 minus argument of z, argument of z. So these are very very important points while solving the problems. These points are more helpful to you, so note down fast, note down fast. Next sixth point, very very interesting point. This one already given in the morning. This was already given in the morning. So last class we already given. Modulus of z1 plus z2 it is equal to modulus of z1 minus z2. Double implies it is equal to argument of z1 minus argument of z2 it is equal to pi by 2. This relation is very very important. So many questions asking on this one. So this is very very important one. This is very very important one. Note down. Modulus of z1 plus z2 it is equal to modulus of z1 minus z2. So double implies argument of z1 minus argument of z2 equal to pi by 2. Next another one, 7 point. Modulus of z1 plus z2 it is equal to modulus of z1 plus modulus of z2. So double implies argument of z1 equal to argument of z. Argument of z1 it is equal to argument of z. So based on this all points you have to do one problem. So we have to do one problem. So example problem note down. If z comma omega are two non-zero complex numbers such that modulus of z omega equal to 1 and argument of z minus argument of omega, it is equal to pi by 2. It is equal to pi by 2. It is equal to pi by 2. So you are going to simplify. Given solution is seen. So this value you are going to take. So what is given? Modulus of z omega equals equal to 1 and argument of z minus argument of omega equal to pi by 2 given. So what is the value of find? What is the value find? What value are we going to find? Z omega modulus. Z omega bar. Z bar omega. Z bar omega value we are going to simplify. So modulus of z bar omega value we are going to simplify. See, given data you have to write given modulus of z omega equal to 1. So obviously you can write omega z it is equal to 1. So modulus of z omega bar value also 1. So also what is the given condition? Also what is given condition? Argument of z minus argument of omega, it is equal to pi by 2 already given. This is your given data. So that is our given data. No doubt. So next term, using this point, argument of z omega bar, it is equal to pi by 2. So according to previous note points, argument of z omega bar equal to pi by 2. So afterwards, argument of z omega bar is equal to pi by 2 means, hence what we are getting this value, z omega bar value is I. Z omega bar value is I. So again, similarly you write z bar omega is equal to minus I. So these are two are conjugate, multiplicative inverse. So according to multiplicative inverse, z bar omega value is minus I. So their conjugate means what? Z bar omega, it is equal to minus I. Their modulus means what? So their z bar omega modulus is equal to what? 1. That is 1. That is our solution. That is our solution. Note on fast. Note on. Next point. Polar form. Next one is polar form. Polar form, or another name is mod amplitude form. Mod amplitude form. Both are same only. Polar form of or mod amplitude form, both are same only. Suppose one complex number given z is equal x plus I by. So polar form of z is equal r cos theta plus I sin theta. Cos theta plus I sin theta. So you know that r value. So where r equal to x square plus y square, and theta value how you are going to simplify in previous argument you already learned, right? Next, theta is argument. Theta is argument of z. So that discussion we already did in previous concept. That concept we did in previous concept. Next one. So this can be written as simply. It can be written as z is equal r s I theta cis theta. It can be written as polar form can be written as r into c means cos, I means imaginary iota, s means cos, theta means as it is right. So this is cis theta, that polar form short form is r cis theta, r cis theta, understand? So next one, so it should be converted into Euler's form. Next one is Euler's form. This is also new concept to you, Euler's form. So the given complex number you should be write later z is equal to x plus iy. This is converted into first polar form. So what is our polar form? Z is equal r into cis theta. Next, that is the Euler's form is what? Euler form of z equal to r into e ratio I theta. So you have to write that exponential value, that is called Euler's form. That is called Euler's form of complex number, is known as Euler's form of complex number. Euler's form of z is equal to r into e ratio I theta. R means same as it is. R is equal root over x square plus y square. Next, theta means same argument. So how we are going to simplify? So argument. So the same simplification we are taking. The same simplification. So the same simplification you have to follow for first quadrant, second quadrant, third quadrant. That is as it is. That is as it is for every problem. So just only exponential e ratio I theta. So on this one, small applications are there, no doubt. On Euler's form and polar form, small applications. I will give mixed, no doubt. I will give mixed one. You have to note down. First point, cis theta 1 into cis theta 2. So we are taking the value cis of theta 1 minus theta 1 plus theta 1 plus theta 2. So like it will be generalized. In general. So cis theta 1 into cis theta 2 into and so on cis theta n. So it will be generalized cis of theta 1 plus theta 2 plus theta 3 and so on theta n. It will be generalized into n. Cis are there, you have to take cis of theta 1 plus theta 2 plus theta 3 and so on theta n. So similarly, second point, cis theta 1 divided by cis theta 2 is given. So that formula cis of theta 1 minus theta 2. Theta 1 minus theta 2. Next one, in exponential form we are using. On polar form you can write r into cis theta. So based on that we write 2 points. Next, Euler's form. So in Euler's form we have to take the exponentials. So cos theta equal to e ratio I theta plus e ratio minus I theta whole divided by 2. It is also equal to cos h I theta, that is hyperbolic trigonometric function. Up to this one only you have to understand. So up to this one only you understand. So you have to add small point. So in hyperbolic, in the next concept we will discuss that one. So up to you can remember this value. This is negligible. If you know, you read, otherwise skip that one. So you skip that one, right? Next one, fourth point. Sin theta, I sin theta equal to e ratio I theta minus e ratio minus I theta whole divided by 2. It is also equal to sin of h I theta. This is also equal to sin of h I theta. So next term, fifth point. What is our fifth point? 1 by 6 theta equal to cis of minus theta. Small note points you note down. Next term, note points. Note point 1 is equal to cis 2 pi. Cis 2 pi equal to e ratio I into 2 pi. Second point, minus 1 is equal to cis pi. It is also equal to e ratio I pi. So it is 1 complex number, that is written in polar form, that is written in Euler's form. So minus 1 is one complex number, so it is written in polar form, so it is written in Euler's form. Next, third point, I is equal to, same like that all, cis pi by 2. It is equal to e ratio I pi by 2. Next, fourth point, so minus I equal to cis of minus pi by 2. So this is written in Euler's form, e ratio minus I pi by 2. So all of you read and practice all the points. So remaining concepts we will discuss in next class. So note down fast. All of you. Okay, thank you all.